guys enjoyed this video. I'll be out with a new one really soon. I'm so happy to be back filming. Hi. Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I had full intentions of making more videos, and then a month went by, 2 months went by, 2 years have gone by, and I haven't made a video, but I am back. This video is going to be just like a life update. Get ready with me. I say life update like I have like followers. Like I don't have like a following, but this is just almost for myself. I was going back and looking at some of my old videos and I was like, this is so interesting. Like I remember that girl at that time, like that was me. And like, I just like, it brought me back to like what I was going through, what I was thinking at the time. And it was kind of cool. It's like a life vlog. So if anything, this could be just for myself if everybody else is bored by this and hates it. But I hope you don't. And I hope you guys watch it and enjoy it. I'm gonna go see Birds of Prey later, and I feel like this kind of like fits that Harley Quinn aesthetic, if you will. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a second. So this is gonna be just like a chatty, get ready with me. I'm not really gonna talk about what makeup I'm using. I'm just gonna kind of do it and just talk about my life. This feels so weird because it has literally been 2.5 years since I filmed a video. Right now I'm using, by the way, the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. It smells like watermelon. I've never used it before. That smells really good. So much has changed, so much has happened. I moved, I got a new job, I got my heart broken a few times. I went back to school for a little bit. Like so much has happened. So I'm just gonna kind of talk and update you guys, and I hope this is not boring, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, back then I was working at Universal. I was there for almost 2 years, and then January of 2019 I left, and now I work over at Disney, which I really like. I am trying to get another job, and I've been applying for a bunch in like more of a corporate setting because I do have my degree and I would like to use it. Disney's been awesome. I absolutely love working there for now. I moved. So my last video I filmed at my old place, which is just across the street actually. I was living with my friend and her sister was moving back from college, and so she needed the space. So me and my sister had to move, and it turns out the townhouse right across the street was up for rent. And it's the same exact layout and everything. So we live in like the same house basically, but I did have to move, and I'm actually moving again in June. But my sister, she got married. They had been dating for about 6 years, and they were going on a trip to Italy. He wanted to propose before they left because he was like, everybody's gonna think I'm gonna propose in Italy, and it just seems like a natural thing to do. But I don't want to be like nervous about it, and she's gonna be nervous about it, so I'm gonna do it beforehand. And so they were engaged for about 1.5 years, and they had literally the most beautiful wedding. You guys, it was like gorgeous outdoor venue. It's very like boho chic, which is so their style. I was the maid of honor, so I did plan her bachelorette party and her bridal shower. I went on my first cruise, went out of the country for the first time, which is like kind of sad considering that I'm 27 years old and that was my first time leaving the country. But we had such a good time. The wedding was perfect. They're perfect. They just got a dog. Her name's Kaya, and she is the cutest thing. I'm actually going to a brewery. That word is so hard to say. Brewery with them in a little bit. We're gonna bring Kaya, so it'll be fun. So yeah, I did go back to school for a little bit, for like 2 semesters. I do have my degree in advertising, but I was convinced that I was gonna be a dental hygienist. So I went last summer, took a couple classes, and last fall I took a couple classes, and I got good grades and everything. It was just really stressful, like working, because when I was in college, I lived at home. So like, I didn't like depend, I did work, but I didn't depend on my income to like live. But now that I'm on my own, like I need to work a lot, and it was just hard balancing work, social life, and school. And I was paying for everything out of pocket because I had already had my degree and I didn't get any financial aid. So I ended up deciding to put it on hold. I'm glad I got a couple classes done. They were all like science classes. I took like anatomy and biology and medical terminology, and they were really interesting. Anatomy was super hard, by the way, like way harder than I anticipated, because I took anatomy in high school and it was like relatively easy, but in college it was like whole different situation. I want to kind of try to utilize the degree that I have, and then maybe like this summer, like randomly take another science class, because you need certain classes to apply to the program, and I think I need 4 more. So I might just like randomly take classes. I kind of have like a completely new set of friends. I mean, not new set, like I had been friends with these people, but the past couple years I have really gotten close with a group of people I just like do everything with. Like my friends, I realized over these past couple years, especially being single, that my friends are like literally everything to me. During like my youth, I guess, my like teenage years and early 20s, I was always in a relationship, and I never had to rely on friendships. I mean, I had friends obviously, but like I would always have a guy to like talk to every day and come home to and like be with and hang out with, and I had never like really relied on my friends like I do now. And that's not to say that like I use them to like fill like a void or something. Like I'm perfectly content with where I'm at right now. Whatever's gonna happen in the future is gonna happen, so I'm just looking forward to it. But right now I'm super content with where I'm at. So I've just become super thankful for my friends these past couple of years. They've helped me through so much. Geez, like 3 years ago I went through like a pretty big breakup. We had been dating for 5 years, and after that I just got really close with this group, and I've dated a few people since then. Got my heart broken a few hearts, got my heart obliterated last year, and that was super tough. And I'm honestly so thankful for how everything has worked out, because like I seriously have like the best friends. Oh my god, why am I crying? I just finished my period, so like maybe that's it. I'm gonna blame that. But like I seriously like don't know what I would do without my friends. They're like everything to me. And I don't know, I just thought, what is wrong with me? What is literally wrong with me? Wow, literally get it together, quit being a weirdo. Okay, moving on from that. Another thing is I've joined a gym. I've been there for about a year now actually, and I love it. I have a goal this year to do a pull-up. That is my goal for 2020, is to get a real job, or you know, explore this more and do a pull-up. So I've been working out my upper body. I have a friend who's a trainer there, and we did a whole upper body circuit the other day, and he showed me some new workouts I can incorporate, and so I've been doing that. I used to go running outside, but it was really bad on my knees, and so I'm glad I have the gym now to use like other means of working out besides like running outside. All right, sorry, I just had to wipe the foundation off my lips because I hate how that looks and how that feels. I'm gonna do eyebrows now, and I am still using my NYX micro brow pencil. Like I'm a creature of habit, and this works for me. So I'm gonna do these bad boys real quick. I need the mirror closer for this, so excuse this horrible angle. Brows are on and popping. I'm gonna use the Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. I know that a ton of people could not get this. I was on my computer for an hour when it launched, and I got it, and she's cute. She's pretty cute. It's definitely not my go-to palette every day, but I do love a few of these colors, and I'm gonna do kind of a bright, crazy look today because why not? So, I took voice lessons last year, or no, 2 years ago now. Wow, that was 2 years ago. That's sad. I need to get back into it. So that's a funny story actually. So after me and my ex of 5 years broke up, the next guy that I dated was like an actor, and he was also a musician, and he was really good. He ended up moving to New York to pursue that. But being with him, it inspired me to take voice lessons because I had always wanted to take voice lessons. I always loved singing, but I just never did it in front of anybody because it was the one thing that I really wanted to be good at, and I had no idea if I was good at it, and I didn't want to find out that I wasn't. So I just didn't sing in front of anybody. But I was like, you know what? This is something you've always wanted to do. You're young, you have the time. just do it. Just make it happen. I went on Google one day and I Googled voice teachers in Orlando. And one of the first ones to pop up was this girl, Jillian. And I was like, she looks sweet, she looks cool. So I immediately booked an appointment and it was at her house and it was a free first trial, I guess. So I went to her house, it went super well. So I signed up and I was there for a year. Come to find out, she went to high school with my ex that I dated for 5 years and they like knew each other. And it was super like, what are the odds that like I decided to take voice lessons. I Google voice teachers in Orlando. This girl pops up. We find out that like we have this connection, and her now husband were opening a studio. So my first couple lessons there were at her house, and then they ended up opening a studio for like the arts. So they needed like dance teachers and art teachers. And my sister is an artist. She's absolutely incredible. And so I told her, I was like, Sable, you should teach art there. And so now, fast forward a year later, she is a full-time teacher at this studio. And it's just so funny how things work out, because now like this is my sister's job, and it's like she would never have found that place if it wasn't for me deciding to go there because of this guy I dated. Like so like weird how life works out. Like I feel like I don't believe everything happens for a reason. I've never believed that, but I feel like God can put stuff in the works that you just have no idea where it's gonna go. I forgot this eyeshadow has so much fallout and now my under eyes look pink. I don't know if you can tell. It doesn't look like that on camera, but in real life they look pink. I'm gonna have to fix my concealer here in a second. All right, I took a little bit of a break and I fixed my under eyes because they were red and they looked crazy. So now I'm going to take a more warm brown and smoke that under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to line it closer with that red. I'm going to try and be more precise with it so that I don't get it all over my cheeks again. And I also added some wing liner because I feel like with a look like this, you need wing liner. I just took a little bit of dark purple and black and really pushed it up against my lower lash line. And now I'm taking this Morphe M506 brush and I'm just smoking it out. I used to do this step with a pencil brush, but those are way too short and dense and not flexible enough to give you that nice blend. I guess is the word I'm looking for. For my blush, I've been mixing two, MAC Warm Soul and MAC Melba. So I'm gonna pop this on my cheeks. Actually, I almost forgot. I'm also gonna brighten my under eye. I'm gonna use the KKW Beauty in the color number 1, which is Bright. And this I just put under my eyes like as the last final touch, and it just kind of brightens them. And in case there's any like little fallout, it'll kind of cover it. I just noticed such a big difference when I do it, so I never skip it. I'm seeing Birds of Prey later, the new Harley Quinn movie, and I feel like this is like actually appropriate makeup for that. I didn't even plan that. I'm gonna set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. All right, now I'm gonna go with mascara. I use 3 different kinds. I'm gonna start off with L'Oreal Telescopic and just do a thin layer. So the Telescopic really lengthens them, and then this is Urban Decay Perversion. This one like makes them thicker. For my bottom lash line, this is a trick I learned from Carly Bible. I'm gonna take a loose powder, and if you have this issue, try this trick because it works so well. Take a loose powder and dot it right under your eyes before putting on the mascara, and then let it sit there for a minute after you put it on, and you will not get any of those little black dots. And with this trick, I swear I don't have that issue anymore. I'm gonna let that sit there for about 2-3 minutes, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna do my lips. I'm gonna take Milani lip liner in the color Spice, and I'm gonna line my lips. And then I'm gonna take the Carly Bible Il Makiage collab in the color Libra and fill them in. It's like my perfect nude. I'm obsessed. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. I'm just gonna lightly dust that powder away. Okay, this look is complete. Today, we went a little bit more bold, and I like it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the footage because I feel like I kind of rambled and like was incoherent for most of it because I haven't done this in so long, and I don't know, I'm like a bad storyteller. I've always thought this about myself. I will like start one thought and then like break off into another thought and then break off to another thought, and nothing makes sense. And it's hard for me to follow a timeline because I just want to get to the end and tell you like what happened. And it's hard for me to like build up a story. Like I love listening to people who like start from the beginning and create this like lovely climb to the end. And I'm just not good at that. Like I want to get to the end. I feel like that's such a metaphor for my life. I think I'm going to start making more. I mean, that's what I said 2.5 years ago, and here we are. So could see you tomorrow, could see you in 2 years. Who knows? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.